Hi Nivek, how are you, man?
Hi, Siddharth. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm great. I'm happy that we're finally doing this. And yeah, my opening question to you is, how did your journey to acting start, and as well as being a celebrity wealth planner?
So, the journey hasn't been easy or linear one. It's been one of lots of ups and downs, perseverance, resilience, and sheer determination. The acting started off first as an escape, as a hobby. Every childhood's, I wouldn't say every child, but a lot of children, they grew up, and me being Indian, we grew up watching Bollywood movies. You're seeing Shah Rukh
Hmm.
Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, all these great actors. And being male, you obviously looked up to them and you wanted to be like that. I mean, you wanted to be this mega star, superstar. So it was a childhood dream. And as the years got on, I said, hey, you know what, life is short. Let's try it out. And I put faith, God, I think it's all God's blessings and God's timing and His direction that um, put me in this industry. Really, it was and it was difficult at first, a lot of rejections, a lot of no's, and but I stayed on the path, and that opened doors for me. And I found myself on Amalanga Vani, and which currently I play a character there called My Friend on SABC One, and a few other roles that I can't mention because of the NDAs we sign, and that will come out in
Hmm.
the next year and things like that. But it's been an exciting journey on that. The wealth planning was my interest in finance and the financial markets. So growing up, I did what any Indian child does. You look for stability, and being Indian, we try and we look up to. We say, okay, doctors or engineers. That's a thing. So I went and studied medical science at UKZM with the intention of getting into medicine. That didn't work out. So, like I said, God guided me on the path that I needed to be in. I went to different fields, different work. I worked at the university for a short while and then several other things. Went out to electrical engineering. And in that part, while I was working as an electrical engineer, company, it was a very funny story. This is how God has guided me. A company called me by the name of Bright Rock. Never heard of them before, never. And this guy calls me up and tells me about this job opportunity as a distribution specialist for a company called Bright Rock. So I thought this is a scam, whatever, and I didn't entertain it. But this guy continued calling me for like a week every day. And then some trust built, and I went for the interview and I got the job. And since then, it opened a new perspective of life. The interest and passion of the finances and securing people's assets that they have now and securing their future and securing their kids. I understood it opened a whole new aspect of my life, and I saw the need in this market. So the passion in both. And then I said, look, I decided to merge both industries. The I saw that in the entertainment, there's a lot of people that are now, they made a lot of money. That many famous actors and actresses and artists are broke today because of their improper financial planning. So I said, hey, there's a gap here, and maybe I could be that bridge that joins these two industries together. I hope that answers your
Wow.
question.
Yeah, yeah, it does, it does. Who are the people that you look up to in the acting space as well as the financial space?
So in the acting space, I would say it's people that bring that really respect the art form, right? That really bring truth to it and persevere and really challenge themselves on becoming that character, right? And bringing life to it. And the on the wealth planning side or the financial side is people that lead with integrity, would lead with integrity and honesty. Because remember, we're not just protecting a person's, they're working with their money. We're protecting their futures. We're protecting
Yeah.
their families. So anybody that leads with integrity, honesty, trustworthiness is somebody I look up to. And
But are
and,
you?
uh, and on the acting side, anybody that has this immense passion and love for the art and who holds that with integrity and truth.
But are you able to like give me any names? Because you were just giving me descriptions.
So there's a lot of people that I look up to in the financial space. But then I can't just, put names out there without their even
Oh yeah.
consent and not having
Yeah.
it in place.
Yeah. Of course.
And
Of course.
in the acting space,
What about the act?
it'll
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
the acting space will be a lot of things. So believe it or not, it goes very far back as far as
Oh, okay.
your Charlie Chaplin, your Charlie
Okay.
Chaplin, your um, um, Lauren and Hardy. I loved comedy, so I grew up watching those guys, and then leading into Jim Carrey and Rowan Atkinson,
Mm.
and then on the and then then leading into some very good actors that we have now, Denzel Washington
Mm.
and
Good.
Bruce Willis, and all these great guys. And then on the Bollywood side, of course, you cannot forget Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh
Yeah.
Bachchan,
Mm.
Dharmendra, all the Kapoors.
Okay.
The people that really made difference in the industry. And being male, I obviously gravitate more to the male actors.
Of course.
Not saying that the female artists are not good; they're brilliant, but
Mm.
I can relate to a male because I'm male.
That's true.
Yeah, my
What?
favorite of all. Sorry, my
Sorry.
favorite of all time. My favorite of all time because initially I grew up with Bollywood would have to be Shah Rukh Khan. So I would say
Of
that's the
course. Me
person
too.
I relate closest to. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Fantastic.
concur with you on that one. Yeah. All
Excellent.
right. So what have been your highlights thus far?
Highlights. So there's been a lot of them. On the entertainment side, I would say my first acting gig, then landing the role on SABC One on Amal Anga Fani. I felt that a big highlight. And then recently receiving the Best Actor Award with Amakawe Children Youth Men and Women Empowerment. That was a huge highlight for me. I didn't expect that. And then being nominated for Best Actor at the South African Youth Awards, which will be on the 29th of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. And let's hope I can bring that title home.
Of course.
And then on the financial side, the highlights would be uh, building a clientele of trust. So I have clients that have trusted me and trusted me enough not with just their money but securing their futures, planning their trajectory while they working hard. They put their trust on me and like, okay, this guy is going to secure my future and my kids' future, and do the right thing for them. So building that nice portfolio, uh, a clientele of trust, I take that as a huge win as well and something I highlight in my career.
Wow.
And then
What
trying to
about the low
balance
light?
both
Sorry.
the low.
Sorry.
So as I said, of course, balancing both of them effectively is also a
Oh.
highlight because not
Hmm.
it's very difficult and I had challenges in that.
Mhm.
Well, your next question, that you said now, the low lights. It's low
Yeah.
lights, low lights.
Low life, yeah.
So that would be initially, um, when I first started in the industry.
Hmm.
Um, it was very tough. It was very tough for me. This person that's new, doesn't know nothing. I came from. I'm a farm boy. I grew up in a small town called Dundee. It's got a very tiny population. In fact, the town is so small. If you're driving through it, if you blink, you'll miss it. It's a very small population. And so when I came to Durban, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know much about this industry. So I really struggled a lot. Somebody without any back influence or knowing anybody in the industry, it is hard, right? And
Yeah.
I, I received a lot of no's, a lot. But I'm glad that I was surrounded by very supportive people that that groom me, that every no is not a no. You take it as a learning curve, and what you learn from it. Maybe you didn't do something right. You weren't prepared enough. You didn't weren't ready enough, and there's certain things that you need to work on. And I took each rejection as a learning curve. Eventually, that rejections led to yeses, and that's what I'm seeing now. So now I'm getting a lot of yeses and less rejections. But earlier on in my career, it was a lot of rejections. And then also learning. You gotta be curious, um, and humble in your art form, and that inquiring mind. I always wanted to learn, so that learning came out and helped me with the no's. Each time there was a no, I went back to the drawing board and learned and said, how can I improve, how can I better? And that led to the yeses now. And yeah, so those were lows, I think, on the acting side. I mean, there was a funny story. I didn't think I was going to share this, but it just triggered a memory.
Hmm.
So
What?
here's a scary part that I experienced when I started early in this industry. So I had a role in Richards Bay,
Hmm.
and it was for a feature film. And it was early on, so I would say this was the second feature film I've done. And we had decided to club up the actors and travel in one vehicle instead of traveling in separate vehicles, because it was our first time for a lot of us, going to this far destination. And we all actors, when you're starting off, the world, it's not so glamorous as one would think. You think they make a lot of money and all. That's not true. It's very difficult. That's the truth. So I met these guys early in the morning. They decided to use my car. They said, "Nah, it's lighter on fuel and stuff." I said, "Okay." So we met very early in the morning in workshop. I think I was there at 4 in the morning, right, to pick up 5 in the morning to pick these guys up. Yeah, I think 4. And I never met these people before, right? But I have immense trust and faith in God, and He's guided me throughout my journey in life. And so I met these guys there, I think. And I mean, I was there 4 o'clock, but these guys were late. They were coming at 5, and the last person I think came 6:30, waiting for them. But it was 2 black guys and 2 black girls, and we drove
Hmm.
together to Richards Bay. And then on way, I picked up another black girl, and we ended up in Richards Bay, in a place called Sukulu. We don't know where we're going, actually past Richards Bay. Uh, very nice. We built it together, a relationship. Scene went well, everything went good. But on our way back, there was a crazy storm, most heaviest storm I've seen. And we ended up breaking down in the storm, not knowing where we are, because the roads were flooded, and I think we got into something and we hit this pothole and this breakdown. All our phones are dead. We
Hmm.
don't know where we are. None of us, the first time we met each other, we only spent a day with each other, all of us. We don't know each other personally. Uh, we don't know how we get home. Our phones are dead. We're stuck in the middle of nowhere. We don't know where we are. It was damn scary. But we put trust on each other, and everything worked out. So that was another, I would say, low, but it turned out a good, happy ending. And on the wealth planning side, I would say there was times of burnout when I first started in the industry because I was pushing extremely hours, and it was challenging and difficult to juggle both the
Mm.
um, acting career, and they both challenging careers. It's difficult. So to
Yeah.
juggle both was hard, and it led to some burnout. And what? And the starting off in the industry of wealth planning, it was hard to even get your first client. I remember that when I first started, months passed and I didn't even get my first client. And my manager told me, hang in there. You'll just see after 6 months, things just open up. And I'm like, nothing is happening. And maybe I'm not cut out for this. And believe it or not, as he just said, after the 6 months passed, it just started opening up. You just got to trust the process, I think.
Of course. Of course. Um, what are your plans for the rest of this year and beyond?
So, the first would be to obviously increase my acting portfolio. I'd like to do um, play characters that are more challenging, more not the regular characters that one would play. It's something that really challenges you and tests you. Trying out different roles. That's challenging the norms, because I like to test myself, and in that time, I'm growing as an actor and artist, and growing the clientele base on the wealth planning side as well, and creating a platform where I can bridge the gap between the artists and the talent out there and the wealth planning, because a lot of them don't have these services, and I find that there's a need in the market for this, and I believe I could be the one that fills this need and creates this platform where we can cater for both the upcoming artist and grooming them and helping them, and the financial aspect of them where we're planning their wealth and securing their futures. It's one thing of growing as an artist and being a better actor and stuff like that, but you must also now secure your future and your
Mm.
present, because acting is not, I would say, a consistent long-term thing. What can I
Mm.
you get a role today, and then tomorrow or the next, after that season, 1 2 months you had roles and then nothing. How do you survive if you don't plan well financially? And then we want you to stick in there, because greatness can be just around the corner. And then not forgetting Nivraj. So I'm sure you'll see my branding, my T-shirt here, Nivraj,
Yeah.
NIVRAJ, caps Nivraj. So Nivraj is something very special and dear to my heart, because I know what it's like to struggle as an actor, as an entertainer. And early, I know the struggles I've been through. It was very difficult when I started. There's a lot of no's, and I decided to create this free platform to let this opportunities known to the public, because currently what happens is the only way a person can get a role or get into this industry is if they with a casting agency, and it's very hard to get into these casting agencies, especially if you
Yeah.
have no backing and you're a nobody, and also if you don't know nobody in the industry, because in order to know about productions you must know somebody, maybe a producer or a director. And I found there's immense talent out there, some natural raw talent. It just needs a little bit of refinement and grooming and shaping, some growth. But these guys, all they need is opportunity to showcase their talent, and then somebody will see them and groom them in the right direction. So that is why I created Nivraj as a platform, free platform, And it seems to be working. I mean, we've already placed several actors on SABC One, on Netflix, on productions and shows. It doesn't matter the type of art you have, whether you're an actor, dancer, singer, musician, it doesn't matter. The thing is, as long as you have a talent, let's showcase it. Somebody may like it, somebody may love it, and some people won't, and that's fine, because art is not specific to every single person, but it is specific to a certain group of people that can relate to it. Example, Siddharth, I don't know what music you like, but you may like classical music. That may be
Mm.
something you relate to. Or you may like uh, hip hop or R&B, and that's something you relate to. But other people may like rap, and they may not like classical, and that's fine,
Mm.
because each one of us have the same with painting. Some people may like an abstract painting, and some may like something more realistic, bringing realism. But it doesn't mean that one is wrong or one is better than other. It's just that each connects differently with other people. So it's fine if people don't like you in this industry, but there will be a lot of people that will like you. And what your talent maybe is not appealing to the people that don't like you. It's not connecting with them, because their beliefs and their truth and their um, values are different from what you're giving off. But you'll connect with other people. So these people just need the platform. That's all. And that's what I'm trying to do. I hope Nivraj to grow to be a contender in the market and really bring change. That's what our intention is. Where every it becomes a trusted name that people can utilize to get into this industry. And from there, the sky is the limit. What you make of it is you make of it. But at least we gave you a shot. You've had your one chance, and if you made it worthwhile, great. And if you didn't, you didn't. But at least you had the opportunity.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's what from here, man.
Yeah. All right. I have a question for you now in the comments before I get to my final question. Oh, yeah, it is. This is from Jitin Rishika. Hi, Nivek. Thank you for entertaining us. From being a financial consultant to acting, which do you prefer?
So both cater for different parts of my life. So the acting would be my escape, my passion, my love, right? And what makes you feel alive. And your financial planning side would be the career that gives you fulfillment. Remember, as human beings, we're not just one dimensional, we're three dimensional. Like, we can have a career. Example, you can be a doctor, for instance, but your escape and your hobby could be
Mm.
golf or socializing with your friends. That part that brings you peace and centers you. And I believe for me, it's the acting and entertainment industry. Perhaps one day, like I said, my intention is to create a bridge or platform in this industry where we can bridge the talent with the financial planning, because both are immense loves, and I find um, a need in them. And I want to, when there's a need, I believe, see a need, fill a need. I mean, what's the point of life here if you're meant to live to make the world a better place than you found it? So if you see some need out there, fill that need. It may not help you now, but it'll help others and make their life a little better, and that's good. That's something nice. That's something beautiful. So I I like both. I love both. But my heart would, and because they're both a need, but I believe my heart is in entertainment, and I think I'm born to entertain, and God has guided me in both these industries for a reason. And sometimes we may not know that reason now, and that's okay.
Mm.
In time, it will reveal itself when it's meant to. Just got to have faith and trust the process.
True. All right. My final question to you is, what are your words of inspiration for upcoming actors and the ones that want to be in the financial space that you're in?
So, uh, my word of advice, as an actor when you're starting off in the industry, don't be afraid of no. Don't be afraid of rejection. Um, Treat it as a learning curve. Like, treat every no as an eventual possible yes. If you knock on enough doors, one of them will definitely open. So when you get a no, go back and say, okay, what did I do wrong? What can I improve in here? How can I grow? Why did that person tell me no? Did I get the character profile wrong? Maybe they were looking for you to play a businessman and somebody of authority, but you went in like somebody too passive and humble when they wanted somebody more firmer. So dissect the character and make sure that you built that profile that you want, and just keep learning. The learning never stops. So have curiosity in you of wanting to know more. And in that process of no's, you're going to learn and learn, and eventually you're going to find out that, wow, I'm more rounded now and I'm getting a lot of yeses. So that would be on the acting. Sorry, your question was specific for acting or the well planning as well?
Wealth planning as well, yeah.
Okay, so on the planning side, when you first start off, it is also very challenging. It's not easy, no matter what people will tell you and convince you. Um, Sales is never an easy thing. But what I learned in it is truth.
Mhm.
People want to work with somebody that they can trust. So be truthful and honest. And if you don't know something, tell the person you don't know. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. But be that person who will go and find out and then come back with an answer. Don't be that person that says, I don't know, and and just leave it like that. No, not knowing is fine. Go back, find out, come back and say, look, this is what I found out. In that process, you're learning. So next time somebody asks you, you'll be fine. But always lead in any industry, I think, with integrity, honor, and truth. If you put that first, you can never go wrong. And always just put God first, because that would be a good belief and value system. If you're God-fearing person, automatically these other values and beliefs come in to you. I mean, because you know now between right and wrong. So you know it's wrong to steal, so you won't steal. You know it's wrong to murder, so you won't do that. It's wrong to kill, so you won't do that.
Yeah.
Um, so, yeah, I think that's what they should do, and never give up. Just keep going. Those that succeed are those that never give up, not those that were the best at it, or most advantaged, or most successful on the start. No, it's often you find that the greatest actors or the greatest people that achieved anything were those that persevered and didn't take no, they just kept on going. You gotta you need to be built with a different type of metal, to be stubborn in the sense that no matter what else people say, take
Mm.
it, see what you can learn from it, and just keep moving forward. So regardless what they're telling you, there is some sense that you can learn and move forward with that. And I like to leave people, because it's a, you know, you can see I'm a very God-fearing person. I put God first in everything I do. There's a saying I quite like, and I think it'll apply to anybody that's starting in this industry. And it goes
Mhm.
something like this: when things go according to plan, it's good. But when it doesn't, it's even better, because that means it's going according to God's plan. And if you believe in a God, then you must believe that everything that's happening to you is for your own betterment and well-being. So just trust the process, have faith, and keep moving forward. There's no God there wants you to suffer, wants you to squirm and just die. Uh, he wants you to succeed, but then you have to put in that effort to get there. The great opportunities are there, and you got to take the step to reach the destination.
Yeah. All right. All I gotta say that thanks so much for your time and hope to catch you again in the future.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. I really enjoyed this, and yes, I hope we do it again. And I hope whoever's watching got to know me a little bit better and understand my truth and where I'm coming from. Thanks.
Oh, sorry, I'm just waiting for this to end here.
No problem. Well, while